Hey there, good morning and welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Friends, this morning we have a weak S&P 500 futures and also a weak NASDAQ. S&P 500 is down 0.45%, whereas NASDAQ futures is down 0.87%. Those are big numbers to contend with. And part of the problem seems to be that the Japanese GDP reading came very low, narrowly avoiding a recession. And that seems to be reflected in the market settings out here. I'm curious to see how the markets will respond once it opens and where we'll go from here. I have these charts on 2 minutes. So I'm going to convert that into 1 day so that we can proceed with our daily analysis. So during the weekend, I was thinking that probably this is some kind of a distribution, some market movers kind of selling off when we reach around 7,000. And this could mean that retail investors are buying. I ran it by AI as a second opinion, and AI doesn't seem to think this is a Wyckoff distribution or this is some kind of distribution where somebody's selling off, taking advantage of the price going up, and that the retail investors are buying up the dip. I don't know if the AI is right or I am right. I'm thinking this is a distribution, and the moment retail investors realize that it's not going above 7,000, somebody is going to constantly sell at that level. I think we'll see a steep drop. Is today the first day of that drop? Well, I don't know, but we are going to watch, and I'd like to hear your opinion. What do you think? Do you think this is the beginning of the trend reversal? I'd like to hear from you. Anyway, when we come down, I think we'll get first support at 6,562.25. And good morning, Inf. Thanks for joining. Then we have NASDAQ, which is down 0.87%. Again, the same distribution pattern is out here. I feel that somebody is selling whenever we go close to around 26,000. They want to book their profits, and probably those people will not allow the market to go above 26,000. And maybe the retail is buying every dip. If that is true, then the question is, are we in a situation where the trend reversal can cement itself and start going down? Because this is a bear flag and it is coming down, and this bear flag ideally should go all the way. Hi, Hot Dog, thanks for joining. This bear flag from breakup out here on the breakdown should go all the way to 23,532 approximately. So I'm thinking that if this is a distribution and the retail investors now realize that they'll be selling out there, the risk reward or the prospect of gains is way less compared to the very high prospect of losses. And then the selling would begin. We have had 1, 2, 3 red candles, 3 days of opening high and selling low. And we've fallen below our 50-day and 100-day exponential moving average. Today we have a support at 24,453.50. But given that this could be a bear flag, which has already broken down, I think we are likely to go down further. Market sentiment is bearish, MACD is bearish, momentum is below average. But here is where I would like to bring back memories of what happened in the past when things went bad, like out here. You would have some announcement coming from the White House, which could be a bullish catalyst. Or you could have one of those AI companies announcing some collaboration and some investment, or a huge data center investment, something like that. And that could boost the market back up. The market is staying up artificially. I don't see the reasons why the PEs should be so elevated for so long. And retail investors seem to be absolutely primed to buy every dip that they can see. So yeah, there you are. That's what I think with regard to the positioning for the day as we open the day. The dollar index is a little bit up, understandable. Now let's look at VIX, which is elevated above 20. So anything above 20 starts getting into the risky area. So volatility is going to be quite high, so that share prices can drop further. Gold is down 2.2%. Now, again, if you look at this as a bear flag, which we spoke about earlier, and if you think the breakdown has happened out here, then we can go all the way down to 4,297.74 with gold. And I'm thinking that yesterday's breakdown was recovered, and we have come back down today. Yesterday was a green candle. When I say yesterday, I mean the 13th of February, this particular candle out here. And this candle opened way lower than the diagonal line of support, and then it went up. Same thing could happen today. So we have to keep an open mind about that. But there is resistance at 4,985.69, which is this line out here, this red line. And that could provide resistance exactly as it provided on the 13th, Friday the 13th. And still we broke out above that. So the question is this a bear flag breakdown? Or are we going to climb back into the flag and convert that into a bull channel? Because we are almost close to the 50%. We came almost close to the 50% of the bear flag. If we go above 50%, I would declare that this is no longer a bear flag. That's the way I look at it. But overall market sentiment is bearish. MACD is bearish. Momentum is below average. So probably this is a bear flag breakdown. We'll find out when it happens. Right now, I don't have any gold. But if it goes down further, I think it has got a lot of support coming in. The parallel channel will support it very strongly, along with this diagonal line of support today, somewhere in the region of 4,755 to 4,750, or 4750 to 4760 is the range where there will be tremendous support. I don't think it can go below that today. So that's my thought. And if it goes down the following day, then we have this diagonal line of support giving it support at around 4,742. And then you have the 100-day exponential. And then you have this horizontal line. So plenty of supports are there. So let's go ahead. Let's look at what's happening elsewhere. US 10-year yields have come down. So they have fallen almost down to the shoulder out here. I'm going to remove this for the time being. I don't think we are going to meet those targets. And remove the neckline, all these unnecessary artifacts. So I think what could be happening in case of US 10-year yields is that probably US is going into a very short-term kind of borrowing and retiring this 4% by selling 3 years or 2-year or 3-month treasury bonds. That will come back to bite them at a later stage, but right now, I think banks are also getting a lot of money to buy government bonds, and restrictions on them have been lifted. So that could lead to 10-year yields going down, and they could go down further. And the beneficial aspect for us here in Canada is that the Canadian 5-year yield is also going down. And this helps us with the housing market, with the profitability, or at least break-even nature coming back for real estate investment properties, and also for principal residences which are underwater. So this is a very good development from the Canadian perspective. I don't know how much it is for the US, but we are in a wait and watch mode in Canada. We have our inflation reading coming up shortly. So with that said, let's go on and move to AI and look at NVDA. So NVDA is down 1.17% in pre-market trading. 183.17 used to be a support. It has now become a resistance, and it will be a resistance for today. And even before that, the 100-day exponential at 182.02, which is this particular line out here, is going to be a resistance. And support could emanate somewhere around 176.69 for NVIDIA today. Then we have Google, which is down 1.90%. I have already retired my targets out there. I think Google will get very good support somewhere around 304.83. But the pre-market trade shows us that we are already below that. We have come below that. So that point could now become a resistance. 304.59 could become a resistance. I think we have done the gap fill already. We had this red candle doing the gap fill from the past. So the trend is downwards, market sentiment bearish, MACD bearish, momentum below average. That could be a dead cat bounce probability. And probably that will happen once we cross the 30% on the RSI scale out here. Then we should have a dead cat bounce for Google. And that could probably coincide with the 100-day exponential, because as the price comes down, we'll be moving closer to this 100-day exponential moving average. Then we have Meta, which is down 0.68% in pre-market trade. We had a support at 636.48. But unfortunately, this morning we have fallen below that support. So I'm going to mark this red. Pre-market, we're at 635.34. Down 0.69%. Market sentiment is dropping fast, even though it is bullish. It is trending towards neutral. MACD is very bearish. Momentum is below average and dropping. So things are not looking that great for Meta. And I'll just see how much we have dropped. We have dropped around 13.42% as of Friday. And as of right now, I think we have dropped close to 13.97%. One of the ways to play Meta would be FBL to go long, and I think there must be a FBD for going low. I don't know, I have to check it out. But if one wanted to short, then probably that could be some supports out here. I would try to draw a diagonal line of support out here and adjust it. And I would say that we would have some support at 613.16 today. So that's the range of support. And if we believe that the drop is going to happen and the gap fill out here is going to take place, so the drop will be rapid, then one could go for a short on Meta. Again, personal opinion, not financial advice. Microsoft is down 0.88% in pre-market trades. And we have had a support at 399.10, which unfortunately has become a resistance now, as we are at 397.68. That is down 0.91% in pre-market trades. And friends, as I mentioned before, there's a bear flag breakdown, which tells us that we should go up to 338.27. Now, if you wanted to play the shorts on MSFT, you can do MSFD. There's also another ticker called MSFZ. Don't mistake that for Microsoft. It is for MicroStrategies. And MSFZ is on fire today. It's going up because MicroStrategy and Bitcoin is going down. Now let's look at Amazon. Amazon has got this down flag, which was down 10 or something, which broke down, and we had a target of 170.23. Right now it's at 197.65, down 0.57%. And one may assume that it's going to fill the gap out here, which was not filled for quite a while. This gap was formed on 9th of May 2025. Then we came down all the way on 23rd of May 2025, which is very close to this spot, and we almost finished gap fill for more than 50%, but the job was left unfinished, and we're going to finish that job now as we travel towards 170.37. Next, let us look at AMD. AMD is down 2.53% in pre-market trades. Earlier support at 203.52 has now become a resistance, and our next support is going to be at around 197.81. Market sentiment is bearish, MACD is bearish, momentum is also below average. And then we have AMDL and AMD, two ETFs allowing you to play long as well as short. Then we have Apple. Apple is down 0.41% in pre-market trades, and it's going to get resistance from the 100-day exponential at 259.96, which is this line out here, this lavender line, wavy line. And the resistance is going to be again at around 262.56. Now, Tesla is down 1.66% in pre-market trades. We have a head and shoulder target of somewhere close to 370.22, and I would like to believe that it's traveling in that direction, but it's going to get extremely strong support. Let me make this also green. It's going to get extremely strong support because we have a convergence of the diagonal line of support at 417. it's going to be at 409.55. And we also have this parallel channel giving support at 406.50. So that zone is going to be very strong support. So let's see where we go today after the market opens. Oracle is down 1.89%, still within this parallel channel. Resistance for today is going to be 163.76. Support for today would be 146.58, which is the middle of the parallel channel. And then we have SMCI, which is down 1.31% in pre-market trades. And I would see some support. Let me draw one more line of support out here, connecting the bottoms out here. These two bottoms. There's a small doji candle out here with a very narrow body. So I've connected them together. I have to adjust this just a little bit. Please bear with me. Yeah. So for today, we are going to get some support at around 29.59. Right now, we are at 30.14. Next, we have Palantir. And Palantir is down 2.49%. I have bought long ETF on Palantir, which is really killing me. I have AMDL also, which is killing me. But I'm looking for the bounce of this support out here before I sell it out. The bounce will come at 124.43, which is the next support that we have out here. Then we have MP. Again, something that I have in my portfolio, which I took profit off when I bought a little bit, but overall portfolio is in the negative. So I'm looking at buying this back again, but I would like to see it bounce off the support out here. Very strong support at 54.78 and resistance at 60.58, which is a 100-day exponential. So I'm going to watch this come down today. Overall market is down, so it has to come down. The gap fill has already happened, so the gap fill is not going to give us a support. But I'm looking at a legitimate bounce from here because any movement up from here has got no basis. If it bounces off a support, we can say there's a reason why it bounced. And I'm looking for buying it exactly at 54.92 or 54.90. And it will be a short-term purchase just to take profit of a little bounce. Then, of course, I have SoFi, which is negative. It's down 1.27% in pre-market trades. It will continue to get a little bit of support today at 19.26. Right now, it's at 19.36. If it falls down, then the next support is at 18.20. Then, of course, we have got Tempus AI, which we have to look at, and Tempus AI is, in my opinion, marching towards 41.03. Pre-market, it's up 0.40. It's at 52.12. I know that Hot Dog is planning to buy it at around $40. I'm pretty sure Hot Dog will get a chance to buy it at $40. Overall market is going down, and if that remains the story, then we still have this gap fill out here to be done. This gap was created on 23rd of April 2025. It's highly overdue to fill up the gap. So the top of the gap will be the first support at 47.20, second support at 45.40. So it's definitely coming down. On Friday also, on the previous days also, we had red candles, 3 red candles. So today could also probably happen to be a red candle where we start high and end up lower. So that's what I'm thinking. I have Tempus AI in my portfolio. I would buy closer to 47 to do a dollar cost averaging and take a bounce and take out some profits out there. Then we have SMH, which is down 1.70%. The diagonal line of resistance is going to provide resistance at 410.47, and we'll get some support at 389.05, and then the 50-day exponential at 384.46 will give support. Right now we are at 400.50, down 1.77% from the previous close. Then we have Broadcom, which is down 2.24% in pre-market trades. It will get some resistance where it ended on Friday at 325.13, and it will get support at 310.46, which is a 200-day exponential moving average. That's a very strong support, underpinned by support by the diagonal line of support, which is this diagonal green line that you see. Both of them together will give a very strong support to Broadcom out there. Micron is down 2.35% in pre-market trades. I was thinking this could have been a bear flag, but it is not a bear flag. We have bullish pennant formation out here. Let me give you what I'm thinking about. So this is the top of the pennant, which should be red, and this is the bottom of the pennant, which should be green. So I'm not yet bearish on Micron. I think Micron may have legs until it proves otherwise. The probability of breaking out on the upside is higher than the probability of breaking out on the downside for Micron. And then we have Netflix and ARM. Okay, let's go for Netflix. Netflix is up 1.25%, a very beaten up stock, support at 77.23, and resistance is going to be at 80.58. I'm going to mark this as red. So that's what we have out here. And then ARM Technologies, ARM Holdings, it's down 1.77%. The 50-day exponential at 120.25 will be the support, and the 100-day exponential at 127.92 is a very strong resistance, along with the horizontal line of resistance, which is also at the same number today. So the confluence of these two is going to give very strong resistance for ARM Holdings. Now, let us go on to have a look at Genomics. And in Genomics, we have Pfizer, which is going up. It's up 0.51% in pre-market trades. Is it going to be one more of those red candles, or are we finally breaking out of this bullish pennant and moving towards our target of 28.18? That is the question. Everything is looking bullish for Pfizer. Earnings were also pretty good. So I'm thinking that we are going to meet this target. I'd look forward to more chart patterns forming after we meet this target so that we can continue moving up. It's a blue chip, in my opinion. Prime is down 0.61% in pre-market trades, support at 3.10. Intel is down 0.08% in pre-market trades, and we had a resistance at 11.83, which is going to act as support today because pre-market we are at 11.87, absolutely flat from the closing. And if you notice, on Friday we had just about broken up. So the task for today for Intel, for all the bulls, would be for expecting Intel to break out above the 50-day and the 100-day exponential, or at least the 50-day exponential, and close above where it closed on Friday, close above 11.87, so that we can convert this line of support at 11.83 into a confirmed support. I'm going to leave it red as it is so that tomorrow we can come and check whether it's become a confirmed support or it ended up being a resistance for today. It's too early, so I'll leave it as it is. Caribou Biosciences is flat in pre-market trades, and it's going to get support at around 1.50. Right now it's at 1.58, which is flat. And it's going to get resistance from the 50-day exponential at 1.66. This is the 50-day exponential, and right now it's at 1.66. Then we have Beam Therapeutics. Beam Therapeutics is down 2.43%, and it's getting support from the 50-day exponential moving average at 27.85, which is this yellow line that you see out here. That's going to be the support for today. And the resistance for today could very well be 29.09. Altimmune is up 0.44% in pre-market trades. Earlier resistance of 4.40 is now going to be support. We are at 4.55 in pre-market trades, up 0.44%. Above where we were yesterday, which translates to around 2 cents above Friday's closing. And then we have Editas. Editas is up 1.70%. The diagonal line of resistance will be a resistance today at 1.86. Illumina is down 0.52%. Our friend Jesse has been talking about buying Illumina for the long term. So my message to Jesse is, but last time also, is that we could potentially come all the way down to 89.97. So just be careful, keep your powder dry. There is a gap fill also that has to be done. That has been open since October 31st, 2025. So we are definitely coming down. Then we have CRISPR Therapeutics, which is down 0.89%. And I'm still waiting to exit from CRISPR Therapeutics. Oh, sorry, I took some profits from CRISPR Therapeutics and I went out. Then I'll wait for CRISPR Therapeutics to come all the way down to 46.32 and then get back into it and book some profits. So right now I have a profitable position on CRISPR Therapeutics. Next we go on to Allergen, which is down, which is flat at 1.80, which is going to get support at 1.79 today. I'm going to mark this as green. And if we close above yesterday's close at 1.80, if we do 1.81, then this will be a confirmed support. Otherwise, we're going to come back down because this was a confirmed resistance. We should not have been able to break out above it. Now, next we come to grain. Grain is up 1.57%. It's going to get resistance at around 104.32. It will get support at 96.70, which is the yellow line. That is the 50-day exponential moving average. Then we look at PACB, which is up 0.58% in pre-market trades. We have a tentative support at 1.71. Right now it's at 1.72. And then all these diagonal lines which are moving down, they all become resistance for today. And the resistance for today is going to start at 1.75. RG is up 0.07% in pre-market trade. 200-day exponential at 28.05 is the support, and we will get immediate resistance at 29.00. Vertex is down 0.11% in pre-market trades. Let me just pull at this diagonal line, and we are going to get support at around 488.05. I'm going to mark this green. And if we close above 491.47 today, then we would be confirming this diagonal line of support, which is right now a confirmed line of resistance that we broke out of on Friday. Pre-market, we are down 0.11, so let us see what happens. Now let's look at Ginkgo Bioworks, which is up 0.32% in pre-market trades, but still not strong enough to cross 9.35, which is our immediate resistance. And after that, we have 9.42, which is the 50-day exponential providing resistance. A lot of headwinds for Ginkgo Bioworks. And then we have Precision. Precision is up 0.71% in pre-market trades, finally breaking out of 4.93, which happens to be the support for today. I'm marking it green. And we want to close above that today. Let us see if we are able to do that. Remember, there is a huge gap up that needs to be taken care of out here. So with that said, let me go on and have a look at Eli Lilly. Eli Lilly had kind of briefly broken down below this bullish pennant, but it's firmly back in again. The 100-day exponential at 1030.66 is going to be the support, and potential resistance for today should come at 1051. Right now we're at 1043. Next, I would like to see Ultragenics. Let us wait for the chart to load up. Ultragenics is disappointing. It's fallen down further, and today it's up 0.68% in pre-market trades. That translates to around 14 cents. But I have written off Ultragenics. I'm going to keep it as long as I can hold. I have a very small stake in there. I've already made some profits. If I sell it now, my profits will get neutralized and maybe I'll go into a little bit of a loss. I'm going to hold on and see what happens. I want to look at United Health. United Health is down 0.43% in pre-market trades. And I have this bear channel for which I have a target of 221.32, but the bear flag, which was coming down, developed what I thought was another bear flag, but we were mistaken. It continued to go up. So I'm still thinking that there is a chance that this could become a bull flag out here and then break out upwards and fill the gap and continue moving upwards. But I'm going to retain this bear flag target of 221.57 until I see a few more candles. I want to see a few more candles coming in. And also remember, this bullish pennant broke down on the downside. And we have the bear flag starting all the way from here. And going down to this point. So if we start moving up and if we cross 50% of this, then I'll be absolutely sure that we are creating a bull flag pattern. So I'm going to leave this target out here for now. Let us look at team. Team continues to fall down. This morning, it's up 0.02%, which translates to 2 cents. It's at 84.40. And I'm looking at the market sentiment, which is absolutely bearish. MACD is bearish, but improving. And momentum has dropped significantly. Now, I want to just take a horizontal line and mark it from the most recent point where we bounced off and put it as a support. So that support line is coming at 19.39. And right now, the lavender line, let us see where it is at. It's probably, I can't see where it is because this artifact out here hides it, but I think it's slightly above that. So there could be a little bit of a dead cat bounce happening, a potential green candle, and that green candle may probably happen today. And that's why probably we are seeing a 0.02% gain, but that does not show anything as yet until we have a proper pattern out here which predicts the move either upwards or downwards. I think we can't take a decisive move. So we'll wait for a few more candles coming up here. Now let's go on to currencies. In currencies, I'm looking at BTC USD. And I have got IBIT, which is a long for Bitcoin in one of my accounts. And I've got MSTZ, which is short for MicroStrategy. The MSTZ is doing gangbusters right now. It's doing very well. And we have, I would believe this to be bearish pennant. So we got to drop down from that. And this bear flag comes from elsewhere. So let me show you what we are going to have as a target. Our target here is 49,390 for Bitcoin. So I would like to wait and see how this proceeds. For today, it's down 1.22%. It's at 68,015.97. Typically, we have seen Bitcoin move along with the indices. If the indices fall today, it will take Bitcoin down along with it. So that's all, my friends. That's all I got for you today. And unless you have anything for me, I'll catch up with you in the next session. I have put some long form videos in between during the weekend. If possible, take a look at it and let me know what you think. And I'll catch up with you again in the next one. Bye for now.